Welcome back to Joe Stunner Boxing. Thanks for your time, as always. Obviously, we know that the Tyson Fury Dillian Whyte fight is imminent, and I wanted to just share a few thoughts, just really make a few sort of random observations, because the obvious question is who's going to win. And this isn't a prediction video, but I wanted to sort of just really recap a few basic probabilities, if you like, or a few facts based on evidence that we've seen that may or may not be relevant. It doesn't always necessarily follow that something that's been relevant in the past is going to be relevant in this fight. But let's take a look at both fighters. One thing that strikes me is that if you hit either guy, he'll go on the floor. Now, Dillian Whyte's been knocked down several times. He was on the floor against Parker, Rivas, and he's been knocked Spark out twice, both with uppercuts, I believe I'm right in saying. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Both uppercuts. Was it a right uppercut by Joshua and a left uppercut by Povetkin? Am I right in saying that? I'll have to check on that. But anyway, the point is, when he's hit, he stays hit. Fury, on the other hand, gets up, but has been on the floor. So there's that. Let's not forget that one of those occasions when Whyte was knocked out was only 2 fights ago. So that's recent. And to be honest with you, he'd been showing wear and tear, having had a long, arduous, tough career against decent opposition. He'd been showing a bit of wear and tear prior to that knockout, I would say. So I'm thinking of the Rivas fight. I know he had things going on in his mind. His mind probably wasn't fully on the job. So there's that. In the case of Fury, you know, 3 fights in his last 5, is it? Were against Wilder. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing going on the floor from Wilder either, because Wilder hits like a truck, and Fury, a big lump that he is, gets up. Another thing would be that we've seen a mixture of styles from Fury. We've seen the boxer. We've seen the slugger. We've seen a guy who mixes both up. Which one are we going to get for the Whyte fight against Otto Wallin, and the second fight with Wilder? Well, the second fight with Wilder, he was definitely looking for the kill. Against Wallin, he got badly cut, and he had to really gut his way through it. He dominated the fight and won it relatively easily, except for that horrendous cut. That's another factor. Has the cut fully healed? It was a very bad cut. Cuts never fully heal. The scar tissue, to get rid of it, you really need plastic surgery, not just a good stitch-up job. He may have had that, and I'm not aware of it. But is that going to be a factor? Is the cut going to open up? Then you've got Whyte's footwork, which is another thing that pops into my mind. It's not great. Stands square on, stands flat-footed. Feet come together. Not great. Not great. Depending on the style that Fury brings to the table, what's Whyte going to do? If Fury comes at him, is he going to meet fire with fire, or is he going to try and move? Is he going to try and jab with a jabber? Is Whyte going to be a little bit more conservative than he normally is? Is he going to be able to control his temper if Fury starts winding him up? He's a hothead, Whyte, and that's got him. That's been a help to get him to where he's at. But you got to wonder. You got to wonder about these things. Yeah. So, will Fury make the mistake of hooking with a hooker? That's another thing. The big left hook from Dillian Whyte. There's no doubt in my mind if that lands on Fury's jaw, he's going on the floor, but whether he stays there or not is another matter. I've always considered Dillian Whyte's right hand, at least technically, to be a little bit weak. He tends to sort of sling it, almost like he's throwing a ball. It's easily seen by most people, certainly by Fury. I don't think Fury will be worried too much about the right hand. Or will he concentrate too much on the left hook and forget about the right hand, and then the right hand clocks him? can Dillian jab with that long Fury jab? Dillian, although much shorter than Fury, when I say much shorter, everyone's much shorter than Fury, but Dillian's got long arms for a man of his height, very long arms. So maybe there isn't much in it in a jabbing match. All of this and more is very interesting, isn't it? And it all has to be considered when trying to pick a winner. I'm not going to pick a winner today. I just thought I'd share these very random thoughts with you. And they are very random. I mean, I'm just sort of thinking off the top of my head. Yeah. What do you think? Leave your comments below. I think this is it's an intriguing fight. I suppose inactivity for Whyte might be a factor as well. Yeah, but leave your thoughts below. What do you think? What do you think's the most likely scenario? Are we going to see the Fury that comes out banging, or trying to put it on Whyte? Do you think he'll come in light, Fury? I think he will come in relatively light. I think it would be in Whyte's best interest to come in light as well. And to try and move a bit. Whyte hasn't got great feet, but being flat-footed in front of Fury, I think that's the right thing at all. Yeah, food for thought, isn't it? Let me know your comments below. This has been a very random video, but I just thought I'd share a few odds and ends with you, see what you think. So yeah, thanks for your time as always. Speak again soon. Hit like, hit subscribe. You know the drill. Much love to you. Take care. And there'll be more Fury and Whyte to come. Don't you worry about that.